Well, hello, everybody, and welcome in here on the campus of Hoisington High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Production and engineering duties handled by Olivia Bergmeyer today. So glad to have you with us for a very special regional semifinal edition of our Game of the Week, brought to you today by our friends at Asaria Oil and Hardware. Got a good one for you here today. It'll be a league tilt between southeast of Saline and Ellsworth, with the winner moving on to the regional championship game later this evening, and the loser finding their season coming to an end here in Hoisington. Southeast of Saline comes in the 1 seed in this year's bracket. They took care of Russell in a 15-0 rout yesterday. Ellsworth did the same to another league rival, taking out Minneapolis by a final score of 13-3, pushing these two to the final four of this year's regional bracket. Southeast comes in 19-3 overall with a plus 210 run differential. Meanwhile, the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats enter at 14-7 with a plus 85 run differential, and with that, let's meet the starting lineup, beginning with the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. It all starts with pitcher Emma Moore in the leadoff spot today. She'll be followed by center fielder Peyton Coonrod, left fielder Isabel Lindsley, catcher Kenna Haas in the cleanup spot today. Batting fifth, it's the shortstop Joe Lindsley, then first baseman Peyton Tenbrink, right fielder Alexis Moore, third baseman Kelly Rodriguez, and DP Reagan Coonrod bringing up the rear of the Lady Bearcat lineup here today. First pitch will miss low in the dirt from southeast of Saline's hurler, Brenna Baird, the senior, one of two excellent starters on this team that have gotten the job done all season long. Baird has tossed. This is now her 13th appearance, all of them starts. She has thrown 55 and a third innings pitched, although here loses track of one. That does not quite make it out, and that is officially a ball. So just kind of an odd sequence there, but for Baird, a 10-1 record, a 1.52 ERA, a 1.23 whip, 46 strikeouts, only 15 walks on the season, and has yet to issue any free passes in terms of hit by pitch. Right now, falling behind Emma Moore with a 3-0 count, more likely to be taking all the way here. Baird winds back, delivers the pitch, and it is up and away. A rare 4-pitch walk issued here to Emma Moore, and the Lady Bearcat leadoff runner is aboard with nobody out for Peyton Coonrod.
Coonrod's up the bat.
Coonrod, part of a outburst for Ellsworth yesterday. Again, they rattled off 7 runs in the third inning, came right back and continued pouring it on to Minneapolis, able to work their way to a 13-3 victory. Coonrod played a role in that, 1 for 3, came in to score 2 runs, but here takes the first pitch for a called strike. And Brenna Baird right back where she wants to be, ahead in the count. In the field, let's take you around the horn. For the southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, Maddie Harris is your starting catcher. Kimber Ogrzolka gets the start over at first. It'll be Brooklyn Adams at second, Brielle Potachik at short, and Addison Rohr tending to the hot corner at third base. Your outfield from left to right, JC Berghart, Lexi Jacobson, and Avery Kinkelar. Those three will patrol the deepest parts of the ballpark here today. Baird winds back, the 0-2, misses just low. Good back pick attempt there by Harris. Not quite in time, though, to get Emma Moore. Again, Moore herself came in to score 2 runs yesterday, 2 of the 13 for this Lady Bearcat team that enters today's contest at 14-7. These two facing off twice before this season, as this pitch from Baird misses high and away, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Southeast of Saline got the better of Ellsworth back in the regular season, wins of 10-3 and 12-0 in a doubleheader sweep that came just a few weeks ago. As a big swing and a miss here will deliver the first strikeout of the day for Brenna Baird, and it's 1 down for the Lady Trojans here in the first with Isabel Lindsley coming to bat. One thing about this Ellsworth lineup you will see right out of the gates, there are 9 members of the lineup. They share just 5 last names. You've got 3 different pairs of siblings on this team. Again, I know we went through the lineup card before, but Emma and Alexis Moore, Peyton and Reagan Coonrod, and Isabel and Joe Lindsley accounting for 6 spots out of the 9 for the Lady Bearcats. As this ball's popped up in the air, calling off and making the catch there is Addison Rohr, and quickly it is 2 down here, as Brenna Baird appears to have found her rhythm here.
Now up for the Bearcats, number 16.
Historically, it's been game number 1 that has gone to Lexi Jacobson, game 2 of doubleheaders typically going to Baird, but of course things a little bit different here at regionals, and yesterday it was neither of those two that got the start, as this ball is fouled away by Kenna Haas, as southeast of Saline turned things over to the very capable and honestly the future of the pitching staff in Abba Pearson, who came out and put together an impressive performance. Turns the keys over here to Brenna Baird. Baird's 0-1 delivery on its way. Big swing and a miss there for Kenna Haas. Haas had the loudest hit of the day yesterday for the Lady Bearcats. It was a 2 RBI triple as part of a 2-for-4 effort. She's been swinging a good bat all season long. 0-1 pitch on the way, awfully close, just misses on the outer half. And the ball will take the count to 1-2. Baird hunting a quick strike or a quick out here against the cleanup hitter for the Bearcats. The 1-2. Tries the same spot, can't quite get it across. Trying to get that outbreaking sweeper to catch the outer half of the plate. Haas will dig back in. Again, a runner on first here in the top of the first. Baird delivers the 2-2, and she got her. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down on strikes goes Kenna Haas, and we go to the home half of inning number 1, still scoreless here on this contest. Coverage of Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan softball in the postseason, brought to you by our friends at Asaria Oil and Hardware.
Coming up for the Lady Trojans, number 5, Jacobson.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Saline Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Saline Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Hoisington High School. Tyler Henry alongside you as we go to the home half of inning number 1. That'll be Southeast of Saline up to bat here for the first time today. And with that, let's meet the lineup for the Lady Trojans. Center fielder Lexi Jacobson will lead things off. She'll be followed by catcher Maddie Harris, shortstop Brielle Potachik, and pitcher Brenna Baird in the cleanup spot today. As Jacobson grounds this to third, it'll be picked up by Rodriguez. The throw to first, not in time. That was a good pick by Tenbrink, but Lexi Jacobson just a little too quick. And for the second time in as many regional games, it's Jacobson leading things off with an infield single to put the speedster on the base pass. To finish out the lineup, again, Brenna Baird, the pitcher in the cleanup spot today. Then first baseman Kimber Ogerzolka, DP Abby Wyatt, second baseman Brooklyn Adams, right fielder Avery Kinkelar, and left fielder JC Berghardt bringing up the rear of the Lady Trojan lineup. Addison Rohr, the third baseman, is your flex today as Jacobson is going to swipe second. Yeah, no hesitation there, but Jacobson's been doing that, and the return throw gets offline, and Jacobson takes third. So Lexi Jacobson is going to get a 2-for-1 special on stolen bases. And all of a sudden, the Lady Trojans have got the potential go-ahead run here in the first, just 60 feet away. Southeast of Saline ran wild on the base paths yesterday as well in their 15-0 win over Russell. Again, neither team looked too bothered by their opponent. 15-0 for Southeast, 13-3 for Ellsworth. 1-0 the count here to Maddie Harris. Next pitch on the way. That'll miss up and in. Good take there by Harris. Gives us a chance to introduce you to the starting pitcher for the Lady Bearcats. Emma Moore, a senior, will make her 15th appearance of the year. It'll be her 11th start. Moore has tossed to the tune of 58 2/3 innings, a 7-4 record, and a 3.94 ERA with a 1.6 whip. 52 strikeouts, 23 walks, 17 hit batsmen. That was the issue for her yesterday, allowing a couple of free runners aboard. But one thing you notice right away about Moore's delivery, it is not the full traditional windmill delivery. She'll come home with a bit of a shorthand look, but it can mess with the timing of hitters. Southeast of Saline able to handle her during the regular season as Maddie Harris will battle and fight off another pitch here to keep the count full at 3-2. Again, southeast of Saline swept the regular season series between these two with wins of 10-3 and 12-0 just a few weeks back as Harris laces one into left field. That's going to be an RBI single, and Maddie Harris drives in Lexi Jacobson for the first run of the day. Southeast of Saline takes the early 1-0 lead, just 2 batters in to bring up Brielle Potacek.
Baird on deck. Ogrzolka in the hole.
There has been precedent set, I will say, for this Ellsworth team, though, reversing their fate from the regular season. Don't forget, it was the Minneapolis Lady Lions who handed Ellsworth a pair of losses earlier this year. The Lady Lions with wins of 16-6 and 12-2. But Ellsworth's been playing good softball here as of late. 5 consecutive wins following their victory yesterday. Southeast of Saline comes in hot as well, riding a 7-game win streak into this regional tournament. Brielle Potacek at the plate, one of 3 all-league honorees from a season ago. As this ball gets away from Haas, that'll allow Harris to move up on the passed ball. And Maddie Harris in scoring position now, with Potacek standing in a 2-1 count. But for SES, 3 all-league nominations and an all-league honorable mention dotting the top 4 of their batting order from a year ago. Big secondary there for Harris. Nothing doing, though, and the count goes to 3-1 on Brielle Potacek. When you investigate any of the numbers for these players, you see why. Potacek is hitting .565 on the year and will take her base here with a free walk issued to put runners on first and second for Brenna Baird. Baird's been a force to be reckoned with at the plate this year as well. The senior batting .441 on the year, slugging .644. Takes the first pitch in here at the knees for a called strike. Baird with 26 hits on the year, but it's been the extra base pop that has really aided this Lady Trojan team. 9 doubles and a home run, as the next pitch will miss away. And of course, Baird in the unique position here today of having a chance to get herself some run support with runners aboard at first and second. So a called strike on the outer half. Baird will step out, look to shake it off with a 1-2 count. Has to be careful as you see Emma Moore really starting to nibble on that outside corner. It's a toasty day here in Hoisington, about 80 degrees, all sunshine. Great softball weather as the 1-2 is fought off by Baird. Does a good job of battling there and will earn herself another pitch. Take you around the horn here for the defense for the Lady Bearcats. Haas gets the start behind the plate. It'll be Ten Brink at first, Dobrinsky at second, Lindsley at third, or rather at short, and Rodriguez tending to the hot corner at third. As the 0-2 misses away, and the count goes to 1-2 here on Baird. In the outfield, it's Isabel Lindsley in left, Peyton Coonrod in center, and the other of the 2 Moore sisters out in right. 1-2 misses high. Good take there. A veteran look for Baird, who left it high at the letters. And the count is full, 3-2. Moore trying to come home with a big pitch here. Payoff on the way. Misses inside. And it will be back-to-back walks here issued to Brielle Potacek and Brenna Baird. That'll load the bases for Kimber Ogrzolka.
32, Ogrzolka. Wyatt on deck, Adams.
Southeast of Saline exploded for a huge first inning. They struck for 7 runs in the contest against Russell. Looking to break this one open as well, as we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in at first. Kiki Riedel will run for Brenna Baird. So it's Riedel in for the pitcher, and it's Kimber Ogrzolka at the dish. Ogrzolka in her junior year has had a phenomenal campaign as well, batting .313, 20 hits, 13 driven in. And looking to add to those totals here with a fresh count and the bases juiced. Maddie Harris aboard at third, Brielle Potacek at second, Brenna Baird at first. And the first pitch in for a called strike. Ogrzolka steps back out, ready to go once again. Lady Bearcats looking for some critical outs. This may aid in their cause. An infield pop-up that'll be caught by Ten Brink, and that is a big first out recorded here for Ellsworth to bring up Abby Wyatt. Speaking of Abby Wyatt, you want to talk about making the most of your opportunity. Yesterday, Wyatt, not in the starting lineup, came in for just 1 at-bat, but made the most of it. It was a 3 RBI bases clearing triple, and she is going to rifle one down the right field line. She might have done it again. That's going to score at least 1 run. They're going to wave Kiki Riedel around, and actually she is going to be held up. They are going to rule that because that ball went beyond the temporary fencing, it is out of play. So for all intents and purposes, that is a loud ground rule double. And that is a big break for Ellsworth, as it'll only score 2 runs. Abby Wyatt drives in 2 more, though. Boy, she has had a postseason to remember already. And it's runners at second and third with 1 down now for Brooklyn Adams. So Maddie Harris and Brielle Potachik both come in to score. It's Riedel up to third. And a first pitch that'll miss at the knees here to Adams. Brooklyn Adams, another member of this senior crew, batting .276 with 16 hits and 12 driven in, coming into this year's regional tournament. Here, squares to bunt, takes one off the knee, and it's going to be bases loaded again, this time for Avery Kinkelar. And look, if you're going to have to wear one, that's probably the one to wear. Nice, easy bouncer off the dirt. Will plunk Adams. We'll say this, though. Brooklyn Adams has now been hit 3 times in the last 2 games. This poor girl's going to need an ice pack or 3. First pitch misses low. That's going to get away. Runner coming to the plate is going to be in safely. Sliding face first is Kiki Riedel, who is going to come in to score the 4th Lady Trojan run on the passed ball. And Southeast of Saline, just like that, takes a 4-0 lead. Abby Wyatt in the chaos moves up to second. Brooklyn Adams, or correction, Wyatt moves to third. Adams will move to second. Big swing and a miss here will move the count to 0-1, or rather 1-1 on Avery Kinkelar. Kinkelar on the season, a .230 hitter. Came in, though, put up some good numbers yesterday. Here lays down a beauty of a bunt. It's going to be mishandled there. Moore trying to charge in. Can't quite get there. The runner trying to come to the plate's going to be thrown out. Boy, Southeast trying to get really aggressive with Brooklyn Adams. Avery Kinkelar is going to be credited with a bunt single and an RBI. And it's only 2 down in the inning. Kinkelar moves up to second. And what do we have here? I think they're calling interference on the Ellsworth third baseman. If that's the case, the run counts for Brooklyn Adams, and that may be why Southeast of Saline elected to send her. And it seemed like a curious case that they would try to wave her around, but if interference was on the cards, it suddenly becomes just a brilliant move by Coach Potachik to send the runner. You know the run's guaranteed at that point. And yeah, that is going to be the ruling. Wow. So interference will allow the run for Adams to count, and insult to injury, it'll take a out off the board. Only 1 down in the inning here for J.C. Berghardt. The Lady Trojans have batted around the order here in the first. This is going to be back-to-back games for the Lady Trojans, where all 9 members of the order come to bat in the home half of the first inning. Kinkelar remains at second. And I think still only gets credit for the 1 RBI. But again, the result is the same right now. And Southeast of Saline is really laying in here. If you've followed this team for very long, you know the story. A group of 6 seniors that have been together since they were 3 years old, playing in one final playoff run, and you know this means everything to Southeast of Saline. They are not going to be letting up on anybody. Berghardt looking to keep the line moving. Only 1 down in the inning, a 6th spot on the board, and the first pitch missing away here. I'll try a quick back pick. That's going to get into center. Runner's taken off for third. The throw to third, yeah, that's going to be there in time to beat Avery Kinkelar, and that will clear the base pass and restore that second out. It's the old 8-5 putout. Next pitch to Berghardt, misses down and away. Count goes to 2-0. But the other thing to keep in mind for Southeast, they've done all of this damage with only 3 hits. taking advantage of free base runners as this pitch misses inside and the count goes to 3-0. It's not going to get any easier either. At the top of the order looming, Lexi Jacobson would certainly love another at-bat this half inning. As the 0-1 is in there for a called strike, and the count goes to 3-1, but I think Burghardt likely taking all the way there, just knowing the situation. This one swung on and lifted, drifting out. That's going to find its way into that Bermuda Triangle. It's a bloop single for J.C. Burghardt, and Lexi Jacobson will, in fact, get a second at-bat here in the home half of the first. It's the fourth hit of the inning for the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, and Lexi Jacobson, who began all of this with an infield single, comes to bat once again. First pitch misses high and away. Back pick attempt not in time, trying to keep J.C. Burghardt honest over at first. It's a Southeast of Saline team that's been running on folks since back in the kid pitch days with the YMCA. And that intensity is not let up as Jacobson smacks one into center field, but it hangs up long enough for Coonrod to make the catch, and that will end the first inning. But not before Southeast of Saline puts a 6 spot on the board. The Lady Trojans up big. Coverage of today's game brought to you by our friends at Asteria Oil and Hardware.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Well, 6 runs in the home half of the first has Southeast of Saline up big, and now they look to turn around and defend that lead as they will face the heart of the order here for Ellsworth. It'll be Joe Lindsley, Peyton Tenbrink, and Alexis Moore to lead things off for the Lady Bearcats. Ellsworth with work to do after the 6-run outburst for Southeast in the home half of the first. SES today rocking the home white and purple pinstripe jerseys. Meanwhile, for Ellsworth, it's the red jerseys, black numerals trimmed in white. Baird's first pitch here of the inning misses high and away. Wonder if Baird might have needed some extra warm-up pitches to get ready again after spending a lot of time on the bench with her team during that last half inning. Of course, later on today, game number 2 of this semifinal round as this ball is pulled foul. And it will see the hosts in Hoisington taking on another NCAA League school in the Beloit Lady Trojans. Should be a good one between the 2 and 3 seeds. That coming your way about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And then just as a reminder, no matter who wins this game, we will have coverage of the championship round. That game coming up later this evening. But again, keep it tuned here to Salina Post. We'll have coverage of the finale to see who it is that makes it to state out of this year's Hoisington Regional. Here it's a 2-1 count. Pitch from Baird on the way. That'll miss up and away. And the count goes to 3-1 here on Joe Lindsley. Lindsley in yesterday's win, 1 for 4 with an RBI, came across to score a run as well, and has been phenomenal on the season so far this year, batting .474 in a full season sample size. Here fights another pitch off and fills the count at 3-2. Baird overall has brought the strikeout numbers down a little bit here, but her control has been impeccable. Again, she's only walked 15 on the season. Has yet to hit a batter either, and this ball is going to be laced down through the hole on the left side. That'll get down to Burghardt, and it is a leadoff single for Joe Lindsley to give the Lady Bearcats life here and a chance to set up shop with Peyton Tenbrink coming to the plate. Ellsworth as an offense has been very impressive this year. This is a team that bats .417 as a unit. They slug .539. They've driven in a total of 156 runs. This ball getting away from Harris will allow Lindsley to move up. But it's been keeping runs off the board that has been arguably the issue for Ellsworth this year. They've lost a lot of shootouts. A team ERA of 4.9, a team whip just a shade under 2, and 11 more strikeouts on the season than walks. Again, just to put those numbers in perspective, southeast of Saline, who has a run differential of plus 210, has a team batting average almost 50 points lower than Ellsworth. But this is what the Lady Bearcats can do. That ball's going to one-hop to the fence. It's going to be an RBI double for Peyton Tenbrink, who brings home the first run of the day for the Lady Bearcats. And Ellsworth with new life right back in it, courtesy of the RBI double to bring Joe Lindsley in to score. Good start here to the second inning. Still nobody out, and Alexis Moore will be the next to grab a bat here. Moore, another batter from the right side, facing Baird once again. First pitch on its way, misses up and out. And you see Tenbrink trying to take perhaps more of an aggressive secondary, just trying to give Harris something to think about behind the plate. 1-0 the count. Baird looking to settle back in here. Comes home with the pitch. That ball struck well. That's going to get through this time up the middle. And they are going to cut this off. Not a bad idea there, but it's back-to-back RBI knocks here for the Lady Bearcats, and Ellsworth very much in business. With 2 runs in, they trail by just 4 now here in inning number 2. All of this with hits. Again, that's what you have to do against Baird. She doesn't put many on for free. But a couple of pitches left over the plate, and finding a way to capitalize here are the Lady Bearcats. Baird turns now, will face the 8-hole hitter in Kelly Rodriguez. Rodriguez, today's third baseman, cuts through the first pitch, falls behind in the count at 0-1. Next offering on its way from Baird. This ball popped up. That should stay on the infield. The catch made by Potachik. And it's 1 down for southeast of Saline here in the second. Lady Trojans still working their way through this frame here. Southeast trying to turn things over, get their bats back up, but first they'll have to face the 9-hole hitter in Reagan Coonrod. First pitch to Coonrod in for a called strike. That's where Baird does some of her best work when she gets up in counts early. That is where she is at her most dangerous. Again, putting herself in position to hunt down strikeouts. 0-2 misses away. Good block there by Harris, but sliding up to take the base is Alexis Moore. And another runner into scoring position here for Ellsworth. 1-1 from Baird. Misses high. Taken there by Coonrod, the DP in the 9-hole. Played in the same spot yesterday. Reagan Coonrod is the only freshman in this lineup. So the future of Ellsworth on full display here as Coonrod will take a strike and the count goes even at 2-2. Southeast trying to get a quick out, trying to get it without allowing Alexis Moore to move up another 60 feet and put herself in a spot to come in to score. The 2-2 in there for a called strike 3. Reagan Coonrod is down on strikes. That is the third K of the day for Brenna Baird, and it's 2 down for southeast of Saline, but with the top of the order due up here in Emma Moore. Moore was able to reach on a walk back in the first inning, here trying to drive a run in with 2 down. As the first pitch is just outside. I think that one maybe didn't come back in as much as Baird would have liked. Great situation here for the Lady Bearcats, though, who started this half inning with 3 straight hits. Another pitch misses high. Count goes to 2-0. And Ellsworth knows they're going to have to score a lot of runs to come away with the win here today. But again, that has not been an issue for the Lady Bearcats all season long. Offense, a big part of the reason they finished the year out with as many wins as they did at 14-7. Baird tries to get a chase low, but boy, just so patient is Emma Moore. What the crazy stat on Emma Moore? How about 11 walks to only 2 strikeouts at the plate this season? She has been exceptionally patient. And we'll take another 4-pitch walk here, issued by Brenna Baird. That'll put runners at...
And fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Brooklyn Adams, Avery Kinkelar, and J.C. Berghardt to lead off the third here for the Lady Trojans. Got a good one on our hands so far, southeast of Saline, with a 6-3 lead on the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. A called strike here will even the count at 1-1. It is a toasty day here. Signs of summer coming our way. 78 degrees, all sunshine here in Hoisington. Good to bring this back to the original host site as this ball chopped back to Moore. She will toss to first, and it's quickly 1 down for the Lady Bearcats here in the second. Again, yesterday's games were initially scheduled to be played right here at Hoisington High School, but due to the field getting washed out, some rainy conditions, things got moved over to the Great Bend Sports Complex. Do want to say a special thank you to Great Bend for hosting for one day, but again, back here to Hoisington High School as Southeast will send Avery Kinkelar back to the plate. Kinkelar had a bunt single RBI that came back in the home half of the first. Here looking to set the table for southeast of Saline. Ducks out of the way and takes ball 2 inside from Emma Moore. Moore so far has given up 6 hits. She has also put 4 runners on for free, but her control numbers have come down a little bit here. This is going to be a swinging bunt. Couldn't have placed it any better, and it's going to be an infield single for Avery Kinkelar on a ball that I think everyone for Ellsworth, myself included, thought was going to roll foul. So southeast of Saline, with a runner aboard, 1 down, and J.C. Berghardt, who is also 1 for 1 at the plate. Berghardt, a single back in the first inning, was one of the 3 runners that Southeast has stranded today. Swings at the first pitch that she sees and fouls it away. Berghardt's been batting down in the 9-hole for quite some time. The senior with great speed, 20 runs scored this season, compared to only 13 hits, but she has been patient. 14 walks, only 9 strikeouts. And takes a ball inside as the runner goes down to second. And it's a stolen base for Avery Kinkelar. Southeast of Saline continues to run wild here. It's the 3rd stolen base of the day for SES. Another pitch misses high and outside. Had to know this was going to be a battle between these two. Again, Ellsworth and Southeast, familiar foes in the NCAA. This is effectively the NCAA bracket. When you look at everything, as this ball lifted high in the air out to shallow center, coming in is Peyton Coonrod. She will make the catch, and it's 2 away here for Southeast of Saline with Lexi Jacobson coming back to the plate. But to go back to that thought, you look at the bracket, 8 teams in the bracket. 4 of those 8 teams, half the bracket, play in the North Central Activities Association, and a 5th in Russell is a former member of the NCAA. Here's one, stung to center, but once again, it's going to hang up long enough for the catch to be made by Coonrod, and that will put an end to the 3rd inning. It's a quiet one for Southeast of Saline, but the Lady Trojans still lead the way 6-3. You are watching and listening to Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan Softball, presented by Asteria Oil and Hardware.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Saline is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dane at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
Welcome back in here to Hoisington, Kansas, as we go to inning number 4. It will be the 7, 8, and 9-hole hitters due up here for the Lady Bearcats. Alexis Moore, Kelly Rodriguez, and Reagan Coonrod. One change from the lineup yesterday, and of course we hope that Sammy Couch is okay. She got shaken up and had to be helped off the field out in right. Obviously, again, hoping that she is all right, but not in the lineup here today. A couple of changes down near the bottom. This, though, not one of them. Alexis Moore in the order yesterday, and for good reason. The sophomore batting .345 on the season, 20 hits already, one of 5 Lady Bearcats to share that distinction. And here trying to set the table, already 1 for 1 with an RBI single in today's game. Baird's next offering misses down and inside. Count goes even at 1-1. Now, we talked a little bit more about the bracket earlier today, but again, coming up about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one, it will be the host in Hoisington, the 2 seed, against the 3 seed in Beloit. This Ellsworth team was the only squad in this bracket to pull off a first-round upset. Again, they took out the 4 seed in Minneapolis by a final score of 13-3. 2-1 from Baird, cut on and missed. Alexis Moore gives chase outside, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far, this is shaping up to be the closest game between these two. Matter of fact, Ellsworth has scored as many runs in the first 2 innings of this game as they did in 2 games against Southeast of Saline back in the regular season doubleheader. Boy, that ball raked by Alexis Moore, but foul. Fortunately for Southeast of Saline. You may notice something kind of curious here in Hoisington, and I'm not sure why it's set up the way it is. This is a softball field. The pitcher's mound to home plate dimensions, all of the base dimensions built for softball, but the temporary fencing in front of the standard fencing out a little bit deeper. But it does lead to something kind of funny. You've got bleachers with fans on them out in right field of the standard field. Of course, if anything makes it to them, that would be a home run here in Hoisington. 3-2 the count here. Payoff pitch to Alexis Moore. Chopped to third. Picked there by Roars. Fumbles it, but delivers a strike to first. Not in time, though, to get the speedy Alexis Moore, who's going to leg out an infield single. And Ellsworth, for the 3rd time in as many innings, is going to have a leadoff single to start themselves off, this time with Kelly Rodriguez coming to the plate. Rodriguez bats from the left side, one of the few lefty bats in this lineup. Yesterday, as this first pitch misses high and inside. Yesterday, the sophomore was 1 for 2, but was able to reach on 2 errors. So kind of an odd day at the plate, but Rodriguez doing a good job of getting on base yesterday. Here takes a called strike. Good job there by Baird to bring that one back in. And the count goes even at a ball and a strike. 1-1 the count here. Baird looks in for the sign. Pitch delivered. Another big swing and a miss. Missing bats has been a specialty of Brenna Baird's for a long, long time. Already 3 strikeouts in this game, averaging 1 per inning. The 1-2 pitch. And add another to that tally. Runner goes for second. Not able to get her. I'm not sure why Kelly Rodriguez stopped running, but yeah, that will be the 4th strikeout of the day. Didn't have to check the runner over to first. Alexis Moore going to be credited with a stolen base. And Reagan Coonrod back at the plate. Another lefty bat here in the order. First pitch taken up the middle past the diving glove of Potacek, picked up by Jacobson. Boy, you want to talk about the amount of respect that Lexi Jacobson is being given out in center. There is no chance anyone is testing that arm. But it's a single for Coonrod to put runners at the corners with 1 down, and it's the top of the order coming up here as Coach Potacek is going to come out here and have a word with Brenna Baird. And that might be the end of the line for Baird here. We'll see if they do, in fact, elect to turn things over, I would imagine, to Lexi Jacobson. And it looks like we will, in fact, have a new pitcher for Southeast, and it will be Lexi Jacobson. So we will step away Get you a line and more info on Lexi Jacobson when we return at Southeast of Saline postseason softball. It's brought to you by our friends at Asaria Oil and Hardware.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Saline Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Hoisington High School. Southeast of Saline goes to the bullpen first. Brenna Barrett is lifted, and coming in to replace her is Lexi Jacobson, the other member of that two-pitcher tandem that has seen Southeast to this point in the year. Facing the top of the order, Jacobson's first pitch is across for a called strike to Emma Moore, who has reached on 2 walks on just 4 pitches. Of course, the book's still open on Brenna Baird, but Lexi Jacobson making her 13th appearance. This will be her first appearance out of the bullpen all season long. She has pitched 70 2/3 innings to the tune of a 9-2 record. But here's where things get really impressive for Lexi Jacobson. A 1.09 ERA, a 1.1 whip, 90 strikeouts to only 23 walks. And called upon here to put out a bit of a fire. Good start, though. First 3 pitches all inside the zone. Moore just able to fight that one off and keep herself alive in the count. But things go or remain at 0-2 here on Moore. Still looking for her first hit of the day and trying to get herself some run support. Instead, it's a strikeout for Jacobson. It is 2 away in the inning, and it's Peyton Coonrod at the dish with runners at the corners. Coonrod does represent the tying run here for Ellsworth, although the Bearcats have been more of a manufacturing run type of team as well. Only 2 home runs for Ellsworth this season. One belongs to Kenna Haas, the other belongs to Peyton Tenbrink. Coonrod just trying to find some grass right now. 1-0 the count. And Jacobson's pitch missing high. Count goes to 2-0. Seen Reagan Coonrod, the DP, kind of dancing around on first base, but generally don't see players test Maddie Harris's arm as this ball is fouled back to the screen. Many have tried, few have succeeded. But the count goes to 2-1 here on Coonrod. And we've got time here as looks like Reagan Coonrod blew a tire over at first. Big swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Jacobson pulls the string, and the count goes to 2-2. Peyton Coonrod at the plate. Jacobson trying to get her team out of the jam. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jacobson racks it up. It's back-to-back Ks to start the outing. And Southeast of Saline out of the inning unscathed. We go to the home half of the 4th. We are halfway home. Lady Trojans lead it 6-3 here on our Game of the Week, brought to you by our friends at Asaria Oil and Hardware.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Saline Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Well, we had a shootout brewing through the first couple of innings. Southeast of Saline scored 6 runs in the home half of the first. Ellsworth came back. They scored 3 in the second, but since then, it has been all goose eggs on the board. Neither team has scored since. Southeast has stranded 3 runners. Ellsworth has done the same. That ball lined down. Boy, that about found a hole in the glove of Rodriguez. Harris is going to turn. She'll take second easily. She's thinking about 3 as that ball did not make its way out of play. And I think Isabel Lindsley was banking on that ball getting out of play for a ground rule double behind the temporary fencing. Instead, it's a triple for Maddie Harris, who is 3 for 3 on the day. My goodness, Maddie Harris putting on a clinic. And Brielle Potacek back to bat now. Potacek has reached twice on 2 walks already today. First pitch to Potacek is going to be popped up, drifting near the line. That gets down. It's a fair ball. Potacek's turning. She'll take second. Harris will score easily, and it's going to be a bloop double for Brielle Potacek to put the Lady Trojans on top 7-3. Great stuff there out of Brielle Potacek. There are easier ways to get your first hit of the day, but she'll certainly take it. And it brings Brenna Baird back to the plate. The book does close on Brenna Baird's time in the circle today. She goes 3 1/3, gives up 3 runs on 7 hits, walks 2 but strikes out 4. And more importantly, her team still ahead 7-3. And she will hit one on a line, but right at Moore out and right. And it's 1 down here in the inning for Southeast of Saline with Kimber Ogrzolka coming back to the plate.
Number 32, Ogrzolka.
Ogrzolka today 0 for 2, a pop out and a fly out. Pop out went to first, fly out went to left. Stung the ball well, but just couldn't quite get it away from Lindsley here. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Again, you see a big secondary by Potacek, who has had a propensity for keeping both pitchers and catchers off balance. Just dancing around off a second, but nobody holding her on right now. 1-0 pitch to Ogrzolka, taken up the middle. That's going to go 5-hole on Lindsley. Potacek will hold up at third, and it's runners at the corners on a base knock for Kimber Ogrzolka. Southeast of Saline looking to deal some more damage with runners at the corners for Abby Wyatt.
At bat. Adams on deck, Kinkler in the hole.
Wyatt, the RBI machine, back to the plate here for Southeast of Saline. Again, so far she has started her postseason 2 for 3 with 5 RBI and 2 runs scored. Squares to bunt here, lunges at it, and pokes it foul. And Coach Potacek clearly nervous about that one over there down the third base line. Not sure if there was a miscommunication on the sign, but Wyatt will stand back in. We'll see if she's primed to swing away here. Corners playing in, ready for the bunt, and swinging away, but fouling it off is Wyatt, who's going to have to get protective now with an 0-2 count. Southeast of Saline with Potacek aboard at third, Ogrzolka aboard at first. Only 1 down in the inning. 0-2 to Wyatt. It's going to be chopped down the first base line. The catch made. The runner coming to the plate. Potacek will score. The runner takes off for third, and she'll be in safely as well. And this is what the Lady Trojans do. So in sync, so aggressive on the base paths, and Kimber Ogrzolka is going to go first to third on a ground out to first base. It's an RBI ground out to get Potacek in to score. And it gives the Lady Trojans an 8-3 lead with Brooklyn Adams at the plate. Adams has come to bat here in the regional tournament for 5 plate appearances. She has been hit 3 times. Although at this point, I'm sure if it means a free base, she wouldn't mind taking another here. Another pitch misses outside. Count goes to 2-0. In case you're wondering, there are Well, there is one other pitcher for Ellsworth who has seen significant time this year, but it seems that this game belongs to Emma Moore. Moore did toss yesterday. Also have to wonder if Lexi Jacobson is going to be the Game 2 starter regardless if Southeast can survive in advance. Still a lot of work to do between now and then. 1-1 the count here to Brooklyn Adams, who will pull it back and tip this foul, and the count goes to 1-2. Again, Adams in yesterday's win, hit by 2 pitches. Other than that, 0 for 1. Adams has been patient throughout the course of the season. Here, trying to be cautious with a 1-2 count. And we'll cut through it. It is a dropped third strike. Nope, no drop. Haas able to hold on. And that will end the 4th inning. But not before Southeast picks up 2 more insurance runs. They lead the way 8-3 as we go to the 5th. It's our game of the week, and it's brought to you by Asaria Oil and Hardware.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Saline.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Saline Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Saline Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back to Hoisington High School as we go to inning number 5. It'll be Isabel Lindsley, Kenna Haas, and Joe Lindsley to lead things off for the Lady Bearcats. They struck for 3 runs back in the second, but since then have been held in check. And this part of the order, for the first time today, will turn and face Lexi Jacobson. Again, the similar point made to Emma Moore earlier. It's not that this team has not seen Jacobson quite a bit. Matter of fact, they have, and I'm sure that several of these players are probably excited that whether they win or lose today, they'll never have to face Lexi Jacobson again. But right now, if the Lady Bearcats are going to come back, they're going to have to do it against a pitcher who has had their number throughout the course of their high school careers. Lindsley so far today is 0 for 2, a pop out and a ground out. 1-0 pitch here is going to be fouled away back onto the second field. Again, this is game 1 of a 2-game semifinal set, and then the conclusion will be played under the lights tonight. The winner of this game will move on to play the winner of a contest between Hoisington and Beloit. That is the 2-3 matchup on the other side of the bracket. Low pitch misses here for a ball. So the count goes to 2-1. Jacobson has put up those video game numbers this year. Again, 90 strikeouts to only 23 walks over the course of the 2024 campaign. Here, a ball stung right into the glove of Brooklyn Adams, who got up on her tippy toes to make that catch, but it's a loud line out, and it's 1 away for Southeast of Saline for Kenna Haas. Haas doing a little shoe maintenance right now. Will come back to the plate. Well, we've got a quick break in the action. I want to remind you that coverage of today's game is brought to you by the Southeast of Saline Education Foundation, Kansas Wesleyan University, and Kelly Kitchener Shelter Insurance. An easy pop-up there to Potachik, and it's quickly 2 down. Here for SES with Joe Lindsley now coming to the plate. Joe Lindsley rocking the Kansas City Royals logo across the front of the blue batting helmet here. A little something different today. Southeast gets a fresh set of softballs back to our home plate umpire. We are ready to resume. Jacobson's pitch to Lindsley, laced right into the glove there of Potachik with the pick, throw to first in time, and Southeast of Saline goes 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th to get their bats back up to bat. That'll be when we return. It's the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans postseason softball coverage brought to you by Asaria Oil and Hardware.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Saline is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Hoisington High School. Tyler Henry alongside you, Olivia Bergmeyer, handling all of our camera and production duties today. And for Southeast of Saline, the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters due up here. It'll be Avery Kinkelar, JC Berghart, and Lexi Jacobson. Kinkelar's been showing off the speed here today, and while here she'll show off the bat, slaps a single into left field, and Southeast of Saline right back to work. That is the third straight single for Avery Kinkelar, and the Lady Trojans have the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out. That'll bring up J.C. Berghart, who hit one well but straight to center field, where Peyton Coonrod has been awfully busy defensively here today. First pitch on its way, squaring to bunt, pulling it back, throw down to second. Boy, it was a good throw, and they are going to get Avery Kinkelar trying to swipe second. That is a great play for Kenna Haas behind the plate. And it's one down here in the fifth. Empties the base pass here for Berghart. 0-1 the count here. Berghart back to the plate. Takes this ball up the middle, throw to first in time. And it's quickly 2 up and 2 down for Southeast of Saline here in the fifth.
Number 5, Jacobson.
Well, fair's fair. Southeast worked a quick 1-2-3 inning. Ellsworth trying to do the same here. It'll be Lexi Jacobson at the plate. Jacobson's hit the last 2 balls on the screws, but both right to center field. Started the day off with an infield single, came in to score a run after stealing a base. That was back in the first. But again, Jacobson had a special day yesterday, 3 for 3, a single, a double, a triple, 3 RBI, and 3 runs scored. Here, chops one, picked up there by Rodriguez. Throw across is in time, and the 1-2-3 favor is returned in a quick 5th inning. We'll step away, back with the 6th when we return. Coverage of the Lady Trojan postseason softball brought to you by Asaria Oil and Hardware.
For over 90 years, when people go car shopping, they've been coming to Marshall Motors in Salina. Hi, this is Dan at Marshall Motors. The world has changed, but the way we do business remains the same. We promise you the right price, no pressure, and to be your trusted dealership for sales and service. For over 90 years, we've been treating people the way we want to be treated and watching them drive away with a smile and a great ride. Come see us in South Salina at Marshall Motors. We keep life moving.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Back here in Hoisington, Tyler Henry alongside you, Southeast of Saline, ready to get back to work here. It'll be Peyton Tenbrink, Alexis Moore, and Kelly Rodriguez. Your 3 due up here for the Lady Bearcats, and they are now down to their final 6 outs. Southeast of Saline looking to record 6 more and close this out, punch their ticket to the regional championship game, and give themselves a shot at making it back to state for a 2nd straight season. It's been a progression for Southeast of Saline with this core of seniors. In their first couple of seasons, they had moderate success, but did exit in the 2nd round of regionals in both years. But last season, were able to get through regionals, punch their ticket to state, and win a game They took 4th place in Class 3A, and they are looking to follow that up with an even bigger performance here this year. But to do that, they've got to record 6 more outs, and it starts with Peyton Tenbrink, who is already 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a run scored here today. Jacobson's been cruising since she checked into the game. That ball, though, going to be laced down the left field line. That gets down. That'll be a base knock here. Turning and thinking, too. Throw to second is not going to be there. And Peyton Tenbrink, how about a second double on the day as the Lady Bearcats with some life here in the 6th inning. After a trio of quiet frames for the Lady Bearcats. Conditions expected to continue to warm here rather than cool off. They'll cool off eventually. Potacek fields it, looks the runner back, throws to first in time for the first out of the inning. But you take a look at the forecast here in Hoisington. Things are expected to heat up to about 80 degrees. That'll sit right about throughout the second game. And then things will eventually, like I said, cool down. By the time we get into the nightcap, that'll be the regional championship game between the winner of this one and the winner of Beloit and Hoisington. 1-0 the count here to Kelly Rodriguez, who today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pitch to Rodriguez, swing and a miss, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Again, the Lady Bearcats got all of their runs back in the 2nd inning. They've been prone to outbursts this postseason, as a called strike here will move the count to 1-2. You look at how they did their damage against Minneapolis yesterday. 7 runs in the 4th inning, 4 in the 6th, 2 more just for good measure in the 7th. 1-2 from Jacobson, taken back to her, picks the ball, throws to first in time, and it's 2 down for Southeast of Saline. 4 more to go to punch that ticket to the regional final later tonight. Reagan Coonrod will grab a bat. The DP batting in the 9 hole. 1 for 2, a single, a strikeout so far today. Coonrod back at the plate now. Looking to close this out. And we'll hit another one right back to Jacobson, who flips to first. And that will do it for the top of the 6th. Southeast of Saline looking for more insurance. When we come back, we will have coverage of it for you, courtesy of Asaria Oil and Hardware.
Gabe with Sage Products in Salina, offering industrial strength products that get the job done right. We are featuring hospital-grade disinfectant sprays, wipes, and hand sanitizers to keep you safe this time of year. We carry toilet paper with a large assortment of hand towels. Check out our private line of colorful products like Mom's Streak-Free Glass Cleaner or our friendly Amazing Green Bowl Cleaner. Go online to sageselects.com, visit our 9th Street location in Salina, or call 309-1919.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Welcome back in here to the campus of Hoisington High School. Well, I'll tell you what, Lexi Jacobson is the leadoff hitter for Southeast of Saline. Maddie Harris has got to feel like the leadoff hitter. She is now leading off her 3rd inning of the game, but she has had a lot of success. 3 for 3, 2 singles, a triple, 2 runs scored, and an RBI for the Southeast catcher here today. This time, though, we'll chop one directly to second. Dobrinsky picks it up. The throw mishandled. Harris thought about turning and heading for second. She will hold up at first. That is the first error of the day committed by either team. And perhaps just a little bit rushed that time was Dobrinsky. So Harris is going to reach for the 4th time today. There are 2 other players for the Southeast lineup that could do that. One of them will come to bat now in Brielle Potacek. Potacek today, 2 walks and a double, 2 runs scored, and hits this one well into left. That's going to get down under the glove of the diving Isabel Lindsley. And Southeast of Saline is going to have 2 aboard with nobody out to start things off here in the 6th. That will turn things over to today's starting pitcher in Brenna Baird. Baird today is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Will stand in, batting from the left side. You know, Baird, though, on a day like today, always going to be due for a big hit. See if she can come up with something as the first pitch is on its way. She will slap that down the line in left field. That one's going to get down, rather in right field. It'll one hop to the fence. One run's going to come around to score. They're going to wave two and see if they can't go ahead and get Brielle Potachik in as well. She is in standing up, and it's a bases clearing triple for Brenna Baird. Oh my goodness. For Brenna Baird, that is the first triple of the season, and it drives in 2 more runs to put the Lady Trojans up 10-3 here in the 6th. Southeast may not be done yet, although Kimber Ogerzolka is going to quickly pop this one up, and the catch is made. So 1 down as Lindsley is able to handle that one. That'll turn things over to Abby Wyatt.
Now batting number 9, Wyatt.
Wyatt has driven in a run, at least 1 run, in 3 of her 4 plate appearances this postseason. Stands in right now and will take one down the first base line. There to record the tag is Tenbrink. Well, it goes down as a 3U either way. And oddly enough, Wyatt has now grounded out to the first baseman for a 3U 3 times today.
Number 13, Adams at bat.
So Brooklyn Adams will grab a bat with 2 down here. Southeast of Saline, a couple of different ways they could end this. If they score 3 runs, the game is over. If they record 3 outs, the game is over. Patting on to a 7-run lead right now. Adams will take this to short this time. Lindsley's there for the grab, and that will do it for the 6th inning. Southeast of Saline looking to get 3 more outs and punch their ticket to the regional final when we come back. Postseason coverage for SES brought to you by our friends at Asteria Oil and Hardware.
Opus Plasma Skin Resurfacing at Salina Medical Aesthetics is similar to traditional laser skin treatments. It uses thermal energy to produce anti-aging results as opposed to traditional laser energy. There's minimal downtime, and each session only takes about 45 minutes. Most patients see a noticeable difference with just one procedure. Treat moderate to deep wrinkles, fine lines, sagging skin, rough patches, poor skin tone, and sunspots. Opus is a fantastic treatment for anti-aging. For a free consultation, contact Salina Medical Aesthetics and learn more at salinamedesthetics.org.
Springtime is here and we're on the go. Visit Commercial Tire Center and get ready to roll. We're driving more and more and getting ready for springtime activities. From the smallest lawnmower tires to passenger tires, farm tires, and the largest truck tires. Call Commercial Tire for repairs that aren't tire related. Our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here to Hoisington High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Olivia Bergmeyer handling our production and camera duties today. And Southeast of Saline looking to record 3 more outs and punch their ticket to the regional championship game later this evening. They will have to face the top of the order in Emma Moore, Peyton Coonrod, and Isabel Lindsley, who will get a second look at Lexi Jacobson, but since coming into the game, Jacobson has been as close to shutdown as you can be. She gave up a double to Peyton Tenbrink, but aside from that, she faced 8, she retired 8, and she will be looking for 3 more against the top of the Lady Bearcat order here. Southeast of Saline, again, a couple of good pitches away from getting themselves to the final round. First pitch, big swing and a miss for Emma Moore, who is still looking to put the ball in play for the first time today. Moore walked twice on 8 pitches to start her day and then struck out back in the 4th. Jacobson's 0-1, a rise ball up, but it gets the result Southeast was looking for. It's a fly out to center field, and it's 1 down for the Lady Trojans with Abby Wyatt recording the out. So that brings up Peyton Coonrod today, 1 for 3, an RBI single and 2 strikeouts. First pitch, misses high and away. Good chance, or good try on the frame there by Harris.
Now batting number 7, Coonrod.
1-0 the count to Coonrod. Again, already drove in 1 run today. Right now trying to help her team keep their season alive. Instead tips it back into the mitt of Harris. And the count goes to 1-1. Jacobson, if Southeast advances, likely to be the starter for the championship round. Call this a warm-up if you want. She gets the count to 1-2 on Coonrod. Jacobson already 2 strikeouts in 2 innings of work. The 1-2. Barely able to keep herself alive. Good barehanded snag there for Maddie Harris off the backstop. Done that a time or 2. Count stays at 1-2 here. Again, a 7-run lead here in the 7th for Southeast of Saline. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. It's the 3rd strikeout of the day for Lexi Jacobson. More importantly, though, Southeast of Saline 1 out away from advancing to the championship round of this year's regional tournament. Last hope for the Lady Bearcats is Isabel Lindsley. First pitch, a strike. Jacobson doing an excellent job getting ahead, staying ahead in counts. Lindsley today 0 for 3. Hits that back up the middle. It's going to be knocked down by Adams, but then she can't locate the ball. It's going to be an infield single for Isabel Lindsley. You tip your cap on something like that. It's just a well-stung ball. It almost accidentally found its way into the mitt of Jacobson. Instead, Kenna Haas, the ever-dangerous catcher, will get an at-bat here. Haas has had a great season. Again, the senior comes in batting .538, slugging .708, and hacking at the first pitch she saw. I think wanted to lay off of that, but couldn't quite prevent the bat from going through the zone. It's a strike for Lexi Jacobson. 2 down here in the inning. Jacobson, the 0-1. Got her to chase the rise ball up, and the count goes to 0-2. Ellsworth season hangs in the balance. Southeast of Saline, 1 strike away from punching their ticket. The 0-2. Hacked away back into Harris. And staying alive is Kenna Haas. Harris gets a pat on the head from our home plate umpire. Jacobson back in, ready to go. The 0-2. Fouled away again. Kenna Haas continuing to battle. This is what Haas has been doing all season long. Kenna Haas, only 3 strikeouts this season. Does not go down swinging often. Jacobson for the second time. The 0-2. She got her. Southeast of Saline punches their ticket to the regional championship game. They will take on the winner of Beloit and Hoisington in the nightcap tonight. That game between Beloit and Hoisington coming your way here in about 25 minutes. We'll take a break for Game 2 of today's 3-game set, but rest assured, we will be right back here for the nightcap. Again, it'll be Southeast of Saline taking on either the 2 seed in Hoisington or the 3 seed in Beloit. We'll have coverage of that game 100% free right here on the Salina Post, courtesy of our friends at Assaria Oil and Hardware. But for now, Southeast gets the victory. They do so by a final score of 10-3. We'll see you back here later this evening. One last time for Olivia Bergmeyer, for Tyler Henry, this has been Southeast of Saline softball, a 10-3 victory in the regional semifinal. You caught it right here on Salina Post.